Hey everybody, happy Sunday, good to see you all. I think we're here. Are we live? I think so. It tells me I'm live. All right, Tom says I'm live. Hello, Tom. Good to see everybody. I think Megan is not going to be able to be with us today. She sends her regards. She is here, but she is on her way out. She may just poke her head in and say hi. She has a lunch with some friends. So yeah, who was that? Who says that? Yeah, y'all are looking at the different layout. I have switched it up. I had people tell me that the King Crimson album was freaking them out a little bit, so I have switched things up a little bit. We've got some Transatlantic, The Whirlwind, Duke by Genesis. I love that album. What's up, Soggy Tom? Misplaced Childhood by Marillion. I have looked at that entire album over on the Patreon, and it's wonderful. We've also got Focus over there, some Humphreys McGee, and Affinity by Haken out there. What's going on, man? It's just great albums back there. Let's see. Hi, Matt. Hi, Tom. Amethyst, Bill, Steve, Pete, Bruce. Hello, Janine. But Janine, I did not get to the P.O. box this week. I meant to do it yesterday, but I did not get a chance to get there. So we'll have an unboxing next week. The fact that you are asking about that makes me very curious. Yeah, Bruce, I like to switch up the background. I tend to leave Dark Side of the Moon in its place, but I tend to move everything else kind of around. And Revolver is kind of hanging out here on the side. Just knew that one would be there. I've got what else? I've got OK Computer down here. You can't really see it. The big box set of that one, and I've also got the Tool Fear Inoculum down there, and of course, Close to the Edge, and the Beatles, and that diploma that says I am certifiable. Friends, it is. There you go. John, I've got an album from Iron Maiden, and I very much enjoy it as well. So, see, I'm just looking at your chat here. I got to do double duty here. Meg normally helps do with the chat. Okay, Alexandros, I see you. Okay, thank you. You don't have to keep putting that in. Okay, Iron Maiden, The Legacy, and Star Blind. I see you. Thank you very much for that suggestion. We had a pretty great week last week, friends. I very much enjoyed the difference. And yeah, Russell, Metal's down there as well. Can't forget Metal, for sure. Thank you very much. Hayden is asking, are we going to get some more Tool? Not this week, but I definitely want to keep returning to the boys in Tool for sure. Hi, Glenn. Good to see you. Thomas is here from Germany. And all right. Yeah, also, I did get my hair cut. Thank you very much. I got my ears lowered, so it's still pretty long up here, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I don't have to hide my hair underneath my hat for the next few weeks. So we had a pretty fun week last week, friends. We looked at System of a Down and Toxicity on Monday. It's always just intense to get back to System of a Down. There's something about Serge's voice that just cuts through everything. I really enjoy listening to them. On Tuesday, I released Childish Gambino and This Is America. And if you haven't seen it, take a look at that one. It's really provocative and quite profound. And that one is part of my wrap up to celebrating Black History Month all of February, but it got blocked on the last day of February, so we released it on March 7th. And Bill is here. Sorry I'm late. I just got done arguing with someone on YouTube who does not appreciate Steve Hackett. Well, that seems like Steve needed your help to represent, because I enjoy Steve Hackett. He is very, very good. In fact, hang on a second. I think it's over here because I was just listening to it. Steve Hackett, Genesis Revisited. This 6-sided live album is one of my absolute favorites in my library. It's wonderful. I'm going to put it back right there. Excellent. It's on the end, so I know where it is. Hi, Arrow. Good to see you. All right. Rock and roll. Okay, so what else did we get to last week? Yes, Kate Bush, the Ninth Wave Suite. Y'all, that blew me away. The Ninth Wave Suite. I absolutely loved it. It's one of the longer regular Daily Doug videos that I've done in a while. It's over 40 minutes. I am accustomed to occasionally doing entire sides of an album, but I'm not accustomed to having that much to say about a single side of an album. I really enjoyed that that side, the Ninth Wave Suite from Kate Bush. Really fascinating. I released the Battle of Epping Forest, a nut job of a piece from the mind of Peter Gabriel that I reacted to back in late November or early December of last year. And so that was a throwback Thursday that we released on Thursday. How about that? And then on Friday, y'all, I am still just recovering from the brilliance that was John Anderson and Toad Mobile doing Awaken by Yes, that live recording from 2013, I believe. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I didn't realize, I had gone back days earlier and remembered my original reaction to that one. But what I hadn't done is actually remembered what key it was in. So I wasn't able to compare in real time the Toad Mobile version to the original Yes version. It was down a half step. It was down in E flat, and the original one was in E. And it had a lovely color to it, and it was warm and everything. Hi.
It's Toad Mobile.
Toad Mobile. I told them that you might say hello on your way out as you leave. Do you want to do that?
Hi.
There's a Meg in the wild.
I'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, Meg has a lunch date that she is getting to. Yeah, thank you, Ray, for helping out here. Who asked for that? Glenn asked for some King Crimson. I enjoy King Crimson, but all of my King Crimson material is on my Patreon. There is a paywall, but it's not a lot. It's not a lot. And there's brand new content featuring King Crimson. I just recently, within the last 2 weeks, took a look at the entire album, Lark's Tongues in Aspic, and I very much enjoyed that one, especially side 2. You can get to that. I also very recently, just a couple days ago, have checked out Mars, The Bringer of War by Gustav Holst from The Planets. It's it's a piece that I know well, and I have taught it some before, but it was suggested as one of our Behind the Score episodes, and that is on our Patreon as well. It's almost an hour long. We listen to a couple of different recordings of it. We look at a reduction score and the full boat. That's a huge orchestra that Gustav Holst wrote for, and it's a big time piece, and it starts that suite with Mars. Da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Just off it goes, right? Yeah, Steve, I loved Lark's Tongue in Aspic. It was an amazing album. Marcos is here. Hi, Marcos. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hayden says, I love Fripp as a musician, but his whole crusade of blocking King Crimson stuff. Yeah, I actually don't mind it. If that's going to be the way that you think about it, then be consistent, and he is. And so I can't really complain. I understand how he's going to react to the content that a person like me puts out that reacts to his sounds and his band. So I will just do it another place. Okay? So that's what we do. Let's see. Arrow is noticing the Haken shirt here, y'all. I got my Haken shirt. Premium quality Haken. In fact, I got my Haken tickets, y'all. I am going in May. I think it's May 11th. To the Haken concert that will be in New York City. So if you are also going to be in New York, you might see Doug in the Wild there. So it's fun. Yeah, Bill, I love this one. I wear it all the time. It's a great T-shirt. It's also great that Heineken, I think, let them do a riff on that classic stuff. So they need to know what we're doing this week. Should we tell them? And if council members, if you were on, oh, Megan is leaving. Thank you, Meg. Love you.
Love you too.
See you soon. Okay, so council members. Oh, thank you, Crypt. Good to see you. He found our channel a couple weeks ago. Love the heavy metal reactions. Thank you very much. That's what got us started, and that was kind of the, it's gonna be a heavy metal Monday. So just hang tight. But metal is kind of how we started, and it was kind of the odd niche that I had. I'm a classical composer. I've taught at a university for more than a decade. I've got my doctorate in music composition and theory, and I don't know any metal, hardly any metal music, or I didn't before I started this, and so that's been where we started, and then we branched out to a lot of prog, which I didn't know as well, which really matches, I think, my sensibility and my approach to analyzation with music, because those are can be some complex pieces. Yes.
Where'd you put my white jacket?
Oh, I hung it up.
It doesn't go in there.
Oh, I hung up Megan's jacket, and she was looking for it. Okay, so what else is in the chat here? Steve is asking more Opeth anytime soon. Not this week, and probably not this month, but I've got Opeth on the brain for sure, and I want to continue to include them in the mix as well. Let me get to this week, and say again? Well, I don't know where I put it then, Meg. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't hang it up. It's 50 more points from Gryffindor. I'm not sure what I did. Okay. I hope you'll find it. It's in here somewhere. I would leave, but then these people wouldn't have a person to say hi to them. I don't know. Flame, it's not in the washing machine. I wouldn't have put it there. I don't know where I put it, Meg.
It's not out there.
Well, I would say talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, you put it on the end. I got it.
Oh, that's where I put it. I put it right on the banister so she would know where it is when she left. I was thinking too hard. That's what I was doing. And then I forgot. I did, Ray, I would not eat our apparel. I eat many things, but apparel, that's for something else. Okay, so we're back on it. Let's talk about this week. And if you were, Soggy Tom, it's kind of hanging it up. What are you going to do? Let's see. Illumate, yes, I am a Gryffindor. I have taken that test. I think I'm a Gryffindor. And Megan is, I can't even remember. She's a Ravenclaw. Okay, so, anywho. Let's talk about the coming week. And if you are a council member and you were on our council hangout yesterday, we have changed our mind a little bit with what we're going to do, especially with what we're starting tomorrow with. We're going back to metal, and we've got so many options that we haven't done, but I am going to go to a brand new band that I have not yet heard, or that I didn't even really know about until just a couple of weeks ago. And people have been asking me to get into some Japanese bands, some Japanese metal specifically. So people have been saying baby metal. And I'm like, is that a genre? Is that a genre of music? I've heard of like death metal and metalcore and progressive metal and all this other sort of stuff, but I haven't heard of baby metal. Like, no, they're a band. They're a band. I'm like, well, and they're a band of gals too, right? So I'm going to take a look at baby metal, and the one that I'm going to start with is, I guess, the biggest one. It's a little older. It's called Gimme Chocolate. I think a metal song about asking for chocolate is interesting. I have no idea, right? Flame is laughing at me. Why are you laughing, Flame? What's going to happen tomorrow? I've got a couple of these this week where I'm giving it a shot, and I'm like, We'll see. Well, so yeah, it's and Arky138 says it's a metal band with girl pop singers. So that's how it's been described to me, is that it's like metal but with like J-pop on top of it or intermixed with it. And let's see. Let's give it a whirl. Take it out for a spin and see how it drives. You know, so I'm gonna take a shot at Baby Metal and Gimme Chocolate tomorrow, y'all. Getting to Wednesday's video, we're continuing on with featuring some female musicians this month, and I remember back, I listened a long time ago, listening to Nightwish do Phantom of the Opera, and it was actually my reaction was posted on March 16th of 2021. So I'm going to be doing this one on March 15th of 2023. So almost 2 years to the day that I looked at Phantom of the Opera by Nightwish. It's the Andrew Lloyd Webber Phantom of the Opera, the main title, right? And I think that what I looked at was, or I know that what I looked at was Taria back in 2005 doing it live. Their first singer with the band. Well, they have recorded a performance of it, and it came out I think in February, maybe January. Floor Jansen was singing, and I can't remember his name. The guy that she has sung quite a bit with on Best of Zangers. Yeah, thank you, Rosencrantz, Hank Port. I saw that one came out, and I wanted to watch it on the channel. So I've waited. So I haven't heard that one yet. And so I think what I'm going to do on Wednesday is start with Tadia's version and remind myself of what she sounded like and what the band sounded and looked like back in 2005. And then we're going to fast forward to this year with a new singer and I think a new duet too. A new male partner as well. And just kind of enjoy both versions. I promise y'all, I'm not going to actively compare like Floor against Tardia too much. I don't want to really, I'm not about picking winners and losers. It's not a competition. You know, it's we can have favorites. I might have things that I prefer personally, but what I want to really do is look for just how they are different and how they are similar, and celebrate the artistry of the band, the longevity of the band, and celebrate these two wonderful vocalists that have been a part of Nightwish. So it's always good to get back to Nightwish. Jimmy, I will recap here in a few minutes, okay? Kai, I do know that Floor is married to the drummer in Sabaton. That's really cool. And Marcos, I have heard of Motorcycle. I've had a few people send me a few of their pieces, and I think we listened to one of their tunes on one of my council chats. Yeah. Thanks, Johan. Good cooking. All right, let's see. Flame, I heard, yeah, Taria's version about 2 years ago, but I haven't listened to it since. So I wanted to get a refresher of that one of sorts. So I'm going to include the Taria version first, and then we'll move into Floors on Wednesday. So that'll be fun. Another kind of metal-ish thing on Wednesday. On Thursday, we're not going to do a Throwback Thursday this week. I'm going to fit in a new video, and here's why, y'all. I have been inundated, especially within the last couple of weeks, with requests for me to look at a song called Hi Ren by an artist called Ren, and it's I looked up the video, and it's just blowing up on YouTube, and it looks interesting. It's a single guy, and he's got a looks like an acoustic guitar, and he's gonna sing. And Meg checked it out, and she's like, "This is really powerful stuff." And there's a lot of reaction channels that are doing it. So on one hand, I don't like doing stuff that all the other reaction channels are doing, but on the other time, it's new and it's hot, and people are talking about it, and we talked about it some in the Ray. I don't know for sure if he's by himself or for the whole video. It just looked like from the thing that I saw that like a snapshot that he was a solo performer. Road Funk, I'm getting to that. Hang tight, hang tight. But yeah, on Thursday we're gonna look at High Ren by Ren, and I don't know much about it right now. I'll be reading into it, but with all of the views that's been generated by his piece, by his video, and all of these reaction channels and people that are talking about it, it really piques my interest. And what I've been told is that the song goes through some mental health issues, and speaks to our mental health in the world, and I'm intrigued. So I'm gonna look forward to doing that one on Thursday. Friday is St. Patrick's Day. Okay, Friday. I've got green stuff. I've got my green hat. I'll be ready to go. So we're gonna do some Irish music on not Good Friday, on St. Patrick's Day here on Friday. Bruce is asking for Dropkick Murphys. I don't have that one on the schedule. Tom is thinking we should day drink and hang out in the bod all day on Friday. Well, if that is what's going to happen, then I think I better get in shape. I better start prepping for that now. What I'm gonna be doing on Friday is the song "Whiskey in the Jar," a classic Irish song, and I'm gonna look at it 3 different ways, friends. I'm gonna start with the Dubliners. Megan and I used to live in Kansas City. Kansas City has a big Irish population and a huge Irish festival that happens every year right around the 1st of September. And we would have 20,000 people hanging out at Crown Center in Kansas City, just listening to great Irish music, Celtic, traditional Celtic bands, Celtic rock bands. And I remember hearing Whiskey in the Jar back in the day and just loving it. And so we're going to listen to the Dubliners first, and then we're going to listen to the Thin Lizzy version. And Bruce has it right, and then Metallica. So we're going to do the Dubliners, Thin Lizzy, and Metallica, all doing Whiskey in the Jar on Friday. Flame, that is right. Let's go. I think that by the end of that, I'm going to be half in the jar, y'all. I don't know if it's going to be a Guinness. Hugh is asking for a Guinness. I also have some Irish whiskey, friends. And the council yesterday said, do them both. Do them both. Just put the whiskey in the jar, right? How about that? I'm like, maybe I will. Maybe I will. So that's going to be our week. And I'm looking forward to it. It's a real eclectic week, friends. Flame, that is right. I do see the jar is half full. Unless I drink the rest of it, then it's empty. But then I can always refill it. It's always refillable. That's the way we go. You need to put, Matt says I need to put the whiskey in the bucket. Well, that would give me more volume. That is a good thing. I'll have to see how much whiskey I have. Okay, Marcus is saying he's suffering from a bad hangover, so no more whiskey, please. Okay, you got to take a few days off, but you got till Friday to recover. Okay, for sure. So let me recap a bit what we're doing this week. It's an eclectic, group of musicians, isn't it? Baby Metal on Monday with Gimme Chocolate, Nightwish on Wednesday, High Ren by Ren, R-E-N, on Thursday, and then the trio of Dubliners, Thin Lizzy, and Metallica on Friday. And I'm not sure yet what the, I'm going to look it up now, what the Patreon next extended play lounge is going to be. We're choosing from 5 different albums by women, and right now, Dreamboat Annie by Heart and Blue from Joni Mitchell are really neck and neck. And we'll see if one of those wins, or Carole King's Tapestry is in the mix. The Pretenders are in the mix, and Nina Simone is also in the mix. Francesco, I'm doing their cover of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera. I have reacted to Tarja's version of that before 2 years ago, but I'm going to be re-looking at that, and then looking at the new version that they did live with Floor and Hank Port earlier this year. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Matt is saying you should do some Toto 4 for a long play. I love Toto, Matt. I would love to do Toto anytime. And that's going to be really, really great. That's boy, they're just a great band. Woo! Okay. Metallica guy is saying Floor and Hank together is amazing. Awesome. Yeah, I have seen them sing a little bit on YouTube on that Besta Zangers TV show. It's a European TV show. I'm not sure exactly too much about it, but yeah, they sing very, very well together. Awesome. John! Hi, John. He says, nice hair, Dr. Doug. Thank you. I did it myself. Look at that. I had him leave the top part long, so it's still kind of flowy. And I told him to do the sides at a 3, but they did them really short. But I don't mind, because my hair will grow back quite quickly. Yeah. All right. Looking fresh. I try, John. I shower at least occasionally, and I like to stay, stay presentable to folks. As I am wearing pants today, so I tried extra hard. Lovely. Do y'all have any more questions or anything before I go? Without Megan here laughing at my jokes, I don't really have much else to say. So I think we're in good shape. Thank you, Alfredo. Greetings down in Brazil. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else is in there? Y'all are all just talking to John now. Joe is saying you should discover Grace Cummings. I don't know that musician, so yeah, for sure. Discover is right. I don't know that person. Races make a joke about pants. I've already made a few, so I'm out of pants jokes for today. Herlefe is saying I could do the hair of the Doug. Or the hair of the dog. Reaction video, the hair of the Doug, hair of the dog. I'll have to wait until I'm hungover to do that. Right? Hugh was asking about Def Leppard. Def Leppard was one of the bands that I actually heard a lot of when I was in high school. I was in high school in the early and mid 90s, and in college in the late, no, in the 90s. In college in the late 90s, and heard Def Leppard a lot. Yeah, throwback sounds. Steve is asking, any chance you could do a video describing the ranges of orchestral instruments sometime? That's interesting. I've taken several orchestration classes, and I've taught a few as well. And typically in the first semester of an orchestration class, it's typically really more instrumentation than orchestration. We're having to learn all of the different instruments and where they can play and where they can't. And I think that would be good for a behind the score. To go in and talk about just the basics of where each of these instruments reside in each of their families, and talk. That's kind of cool. I like that. Let's see. Norman says, don't know how familiar you are with Baby Metal, but they've come quite a long way from the Gimme Chocolate days. Yes, I understand that. Megan mentioned that to me. We were trying to decide which one to start with. Megan does more of the actual looking into these so that I can keep that as fresh for reactions as possible. And she says that Gimme Metal is like Gimme Chocolate is like the biggest piece, or they're like most widely watched by a long shot of their tunes, but it's like from 9 years ago. So they've matured and grown some since then. Let's see. Alf is saying the Hirsch effect someday. It's right here, Alf. It's right in front, down on the floor, right next to. Here's a couple next to my Paul Winter consort, Icarus. That was going to be some of my listening today, Alf. So I've got it. I've got it slated to put on the turntable later today. I will let you know what I think. Okay. Appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, Megan is on. She says I told him it's one of their big tunes. Yes, that is what you said. Rock and roll. So once more for this week, friends. Baby Metal, Give Me Chocolate. We're going to start with chocolate on Monday, and we're going to end with whiskey on Friday. I can't wait. This is a great job. I love this. So Baby Metal, Give Me Chocolate on Monday. On Wednesday, it'll be Nightwish, Phantom of the Opera, 2 different ways. Once by Tadia and once with Floor singing the lead. On Thursday, I am taking a look at Ren and his song Hi Ren, so that I can be in the mix and not miss out on this new piece. And then on Friday, we are celebrating St. Patrick's Day with Whiskey in the Jar, and we're doing it 3 different ways, with the Dubliners, and then with Thin Lizzy, who is an Irish band, by the way, and Metallica, who is not an Irish band. But when I heard that Metallica did a cover of Whiskey in the Jar, I'm like, well, that has to be in there. That absolutely has to be in there. So that's the week that we will have, and it's going to be a lot of fun, friends. What else is in the chat here? That's true, Arrow. I've done some Spock's Beard on the channel, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done Spock's Beard. Herlefe is recommending the book Rock Family Trees. Ah, cool. Oh, shows the relation between different 70s rock bands. Yeah, I've noticed as I've gotten more into all of these bands, who plays where and who goes here and there. Like, for instance, I did Lark's Tongue and Aspic with King Crimson just very recently for my Patreon. And I was noting how Bill Bruford was the drummer on that, and like just months before, he had recorded Close to the Edge, 2 of the really seminal prog albums in the history of the genre, and he plays drums on both of them like within a calendar year. It's really amazing. So seeing where all the great musicians go and who they play with and who they get with. You could probably do 6 degrees of Mike Portnoy and get to pretty much every musician that's been working in metal or rock and roll in the last 50 years, by how many bands he plays with. I just saw a video from Mike the other day counting down his favorite drummers, and that was a fun video to look at. So yeah, it's going great, friends. We had a great council hangout yesterday, and council that didn't get a chance to be there, I will post that recording of our hangout later today if I am able, but if not, it'll be tomorrow. All right, Matt is saying more European metal, Within Temptation, Epica. I've heard of Epica. I have one of their albums. Delane Lacuna's Coil. Interesting. All right. All right, Charlie is asking about Dream Theater. I don't have Dream Theater, I think, this month, but they're not far away, I don't think, from coming back to the channel. Yeah, Leffy, that was fun yesterday. We had a great time with everybody and some great music. And if Tom is still on, we listened to some music by Tom, and everybody enjoyed that one. We listened to some David Sanchez. What else did we do? Now I can't remember. Oh, we listened to some early Emerson, Lake and Palmer, because yesterday was the anniversary of when Keith Emerson died, and so we had some ELP on the brain, and then we started the hangout with one of the new Snarky Puppy songs. They have a brand new album out, and I'm looking forward to hearing more of that too, because it was rad what we listened to. I think we listened to Trinity was the track that we listened to yesterday. Woo! All right. Yeah, Trey, Dirty Loops. I've still got them on the list to get back to as well. is there new Straubs, Perard? J. Perard? Well, well, there you go. I have the best of Straubs. I think it's over in, yeah. I have the best of Straubs. But if that's new, there you go. It's kind of nice that they put strawberries on the cover of the Straubs album. I'm blown away with all of the albums that people send in, and we've bought several, and using the turntable here is just kind of really sparked my love of the sound itself, because it's been decades since I heard uncompressed music, and it's just wonderful to hear. Yeah, Ray, I do have From the Witchwood. It's in a different spot, or it's near there, but I didn't pull it out. Woohoo! Oh, okay, Tom, that makes sense. They were originally the Strawberry Hill Boys, and then they just became Straubs, right? That's their posse name. That's right, Ruth. Thank you. Knife Edge was the ELP tune, and we listened to, or we watched an early video of that, and yeah, I wasn't born yet, but I'm pretty sure that Keith stole my pants for that one. Not my shirt, because I don't know if I could fit into that half jacket with the bare chest that he had out. Maybe I'll wear that for a reaction. No, I actually want people to watch, so I think I'll stick with shirts like this that lift up some of our favorite bands. Haken. Yeah, John, got the pants emoji in there. Had to put one more pants joke in just for fun. So I think we're all done, everybody. It's great hanging out with you, and I could for a long time, but I need some lunch myself. Megan is on her way to her lunch date, and it's just going to be a great week. I am going to watch what's the movie? The big movie. The Oscars are tonight, right? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. We have that movie available to us now. So Megan watched it last night because I went to sleep because it was a Spring Ahead Sunday, and I'm a church musician, and so church was early this morning, y'all. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a nap, gonna have some lunch. I'm gonna watch that movie and get ready for the Oscars tonight. So it's gonna be a wonderful evening and a wonderful week of music, and thanks to all of you for your participation and for being here and for hanging out with me for a little while today. It's always fun to hang out with y'all on Sundays. Alistair still needs to get on the merch with the Douglas pants. I don't know. I maybe if I just put some, like, buy nothing, and then you too can wear Doug's pants, and they're just, you get nothing, because do Doug's pants even exist? I don't know. Yeah, David, I loved it, but it was just, I got through about half of it, and it looked remarkable last night, so I'm going to back up a little bit and watch the rest of it today. I just needed to go to sleep because my alarm clock came early today. Riaz and Megan had great things to say about it last night, and she also had watched Women Talking. I haven't seen that one yet, but she had good things to say about that one as well. A lot of great movies that are up for awards today, so it'll be fun to watch the Oscars tonight and see all of the comings and goings and who wins and who doesn't, and just kind of take it all in. So thanks everybody for being with me one more time. We've got Baby Metal, Nightwish, Ren, the Dubliners, Thin Lizzy, and Metallica this week. It's going to be a hell of a week. So I hope that we will be along for the ride with everybody, and we'll see you soon. Okay? Thanks, friends. Have a good Sunday. See you soon. Bye-bye.